Hello everyone, it is your favorite kind of punch, MrFalconpunch 996, the underrated king, the recommendation master, and of course YouTube's #1 Dorohedoro fanboy, back to bring you guys another new video. And it's been a while since What the Fucktober, and I was able to recover a good portion of my sanity back from the many strange things we encountered. However, it's time to go back to the weird and wild with another Go Nagai series, being Iron Virgin Jun. Yeah, given the title as well as who created this manga, you all know we're in for a wild ride. Sure, it isn't anything like Dororo Nenbi-chan, but it's still a pretty fucked up series. But with that, let's begin the insanity.
Oh no! Oh my god!
What the fuck?! Iron Virgin Jun deals with the fucked up conflict of the wealthy Asuka family. Asuka. That name does not bring any good memories. Anyways, the next head of the Asuka family, Jun, refuses to get married to the men her family arranges for her, which is a massive problem for the Asuka family, as they basically became rich by marrying themselves into richer and more powerful families. However, Jun wants no part of it, which leads her family to lock her up in the Asuka estate until she finally decides to marry. Which then leads to the introduction of Kurata, a young butler given the task to look after Jun. And the two become pretty great friends, as Kurata is the only one to treat Jun like an actual human being. Though following his orders, he still has to watch over Jun while she's locked up, which means he has to watch her bathe and bring her toilet when she needs to go. Now, that's pretty messed up right there. But this could have been easily a lot worse if Kurata was a horny asshole like Enma-kun. But luckily for us, Kurata could control himself. However, he is powerless in actually protecting Jun, as under some fucked up events, a guy who wanted to marry Jun breaks into a room where she is locked up and attempts to rape her. And my god, this guy is a fucking creep, as he goes on and on talking about how great he is and how women who can't move are the greatest. Like, what the fuck, man? Luckily, before this moves on to actual rape territory, Jun unleashes her chains as well as her shirt and pretty much breaks the creep, as it is then revealed that Jun is a pro bodybuilder and martial artist. Upon seeing her feat of strength, Kurata falls in love with Jun, thinking of her as a Greek goddess. Or, I don't know, to me, she looks like one of those muscular naked statues you see in Greek museums, because damn, Jun is fucking ripped. But as you can see, they don't call her the Iron Virgin for no reason, because shit. After this, Jun goes to confront her mom, who, given by Jun's looks, you would expect to actually look like a Greek goddess. However, instead we get this fucking monster. I mean, what the fuck is this creature? Because that is certainly not human. It's just fucking hideous. Anyways, Jun tries telling her mother she is tired of being locked up and doesn't want to have an arranged marriage. So in order to gain her freedom, she decides to fight her mother for it. And well, the fight is won pretty easily, as Jun just tosses her mother around by her tits. With the victory, Jun earns her freedom and is ready to finally leave the Asuka mansion and experience the real world with Kurata. However, before they go, they meet up with Jun's aunt, who tries to seduce Kurata and convince Jun to get married. The aunt then tells Jun that Asuka women were born into the world to control men through sex with their raw power and beauty, which is something that Jun's mother certainly did not receive. But anyways, back to Jun, she punches the shit out of Ron for trying to seduce Kurata, as well as for trying to take her virginity away. Damn, this is one fucked up family. After that incident, both Jun and Kurata finally set out to experience the world for themselves. However, little do they know they fell into a trap set by Jun's family, as they put a tracking device on Kurata's car for potential husband candidates to track down and try to force themselves onto Jun to marry. If that wasn't bad enough, we then encounter Ryo Asuka? Holy shit, Ryo fucking Asuka is here, dressed like a fucking vampire. That cannot be good. Anyways, this Ryo looking guy reveals that he's Jun's cousin and takes Jun out to a club, though Kurata doesn't really trust him, which is understandable. I mean, I wouldn't really trust a guy who nicknames himself Satan. And well, the last time Ryo entered a club, demons were summoned and people were killed. Behind the scenes, Ryo hires a street fighter with demon-like power, wink wink nudge nudge, to help him kidnap Jun. And then things start to get really fucking convoluted, as Ryo tells Jun that her grandmother betrayed his grandfather in the past, and in order to honor his grandfather's dying wish, decided to capture Jun. However, this was all for nothing, as once the grandfather sees Jun, he basically admires her looks, forgets about his vengeance, and then just dies. And from then on, the story just continues. Fucking what? I mean, Ryo violently kidnapped Jun for his grandfather's longtime vengeance, and just because she looks cute, he forgets about it and then just dies. And the really weird thing about this is that this really doesn't affect Jun. Instead of being angered or confused, she's just okay with it all, and Ryo is just happy that his grandfather died with a smile on his face. The hell kind of writing is this? However, rather than looking on how weak that subplot was, it's time to go back to the main story, and oh boy, it's about to get really fucked up. As Jun's family probably does one of the most horrible things to do to their daughter, which is basically put up an ad on all the newspapers and TV stations showing that whoever rapes Jun will become the new head of the Asuka company. First off, that is fucked up beyond belief. I mean, forcing marriage is one thing, but condoning the rape of your only daughter just so you could keep the family business alive is just a whole new level of wrong and disgusting. Also, this plan really makes no damn sense, as the Asuka family originally wanted to force Jun to marry a rich guy so the two rich families can merge and become even richer. However, now with this new bullshit plan, anyone who manages to rape Jun is automatically the leader of the Asuka family company. What exactly do they gain by this? Especially since most of the people after Jun now are just normal people. Like, seriously, what the fuck was wrong with their original plan, which is having the husband candidates hunt down Jun with the tracking device they put in their car? Because Ryo obviously wasn't one of them. Did the Asuka family just get tired of waiting for one of these rich assholes to take their daughter? And we're just like, fuck it, whoever sticks their dick in our daughter inherits our company? Like, seriously, what the fuck is going on in this manga? But there's no time to worry about that, as Jun and Kurata have to run away from the crowds of people after Jun, where they eventually hide themselves in a hotel, and Jun finally decides to give her virginity to Kurata. Kurata is scared initially, but eventually gives in and the two have sex. Sex that is so extreme, waves start swirling around them. And on the next panel, we just see them sailing freely in the ocean. Well, I'm glad this story had a happy ending, and Jun was never fully raped or abused, as that would most likely happen in any other Go Nagai series. However, after Jun and Kurata have sex, the series just ends. Once again, we leave off with no proper conclusion. So what, after the two have sex, the Asuka family just decides to leave them alone? I mean, does Kurata become the head of the Asuka family? Or were they run out of Japan and forced to live at sea? Like, there's so many fucking questions and none of them are fucking answered. It just ends and that is all. But anyways, that's enough of that. The ending might not make any damn sense, but at least we're done with this mess of a manga. While not as violent or raunchy as I initially expected, this still is a really terrible manga. I mean, the whole concept of the story is fucking crazy. But it could have worked out a bit better if the fucking writing was on point. Seriously, the writing in this manga was just like all over the place. It made no damn sense. Though at least it had a happy ending, even though the ending still is pretty much bullshit. This manga also got an OVA, which I haven't watched but I heard was pretty crappy, and considering that Jun's character design is way off, I really wonder how close it sticks to the manga. But anyways, let's wrap up. Next time on the segment, I'll get to a request of mine and talk about the Japanese live-action movie Bikini Zombie Slayers. A crappy movie based off a crappy game. Craptastic. Now that was something. As always, I am MrFalconpunch 996. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and check out the Facebook fan page. If you haven't done any of that yet, you will be Falcon Punch in the face, so you better do it, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.